What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Footy Fetish episode
16.
16. Thank you, Mark.
Sorry, I was away there doing other things.
Worries. Today we are doing our top 10 midfielders of like the Premier League all time. It's our own personal list, so it should make for some controversial shouts, I would imagine. Before we get into this, though, there are a couple of things we were going to talk about. The FIFA have dropped their international rankings, right? And I just want to get your initial thoughts on it because it made me laugh.
Sorry to interrupt you. We've already got a follow.
Oh,
Lovely job.
That would be Derby SHP gave us a follow, so thanks for that one. That was much appreciated. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you there. Got to give those shout outs.
No, yeah, you're right. No, absolutely, mate. Yeah, interrupt any time when you got that kind of stuff going on.
Nice.
I saw you giving a little shout out to someone else there. No, it wasn't Footy Fetish.
Sorry?
Oh, did Shed Gaming come up for anyone else?
No.
Oh.
No, not yet.
Oh, Shed Gaming came up on the stream for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't know, but it's back to Footy Fetish now. It was like a little plug for your side hustle, man.
Who you eat?
No, so yeah, sorry. Just interesting. We got Wales at 18th. It's top 20. I thought it was okay. Fair enough. But they got Netherlands at 14th and Germany at 13th, which I thought was a bit weird. But when you look who's above, Denmark are in 12th.
Yeah.
And then you got Croatia, rightfully so, I think around 11th. They should definitely be in it. And then Italy 10th, Mexico 9th, Uruguay 8th, Argentina 7th, Spain 6th, Portugal 5th, England 4th, Brazil 3rd, France 2nd, Belgium 1st.
I agree with Belgium being first.
You don't?
I do.
You do? I was just really surprised to see Uruguay in there.
What was that, H? Didn't quite hear you there.
Big fan of Mexico making the top 10.
Yeah.
It's an
I don't
interesting
know
pick.
how, but did they win the CONCACAF or whatever it is?
Oh, they've been the best team in North America for decades.
Oh yeah, that's true. But then what is between them, USA and Canada?
Oh, I think there's some teams better than those two. Costa Rica.
Oh yeah, true.
Honduras, not bad.
My geography's not amazing, so yeah, we have to bear that in mind.
That's where Harry comes in.
Yeah. No, Germany 13th was a bit mad. You think?
Yeah, I think they should be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
They got a good squad.
It surprised me France aren't first, considering they won the World Cup.
That was bad, yeah.
It's based off of like your form and the caliber of your opposition.
Oh right, okay. So I guess Belgium Belgium's been playing us. So I suppose we're pretty good. Senegal 20th. I'm loving that Senegal got in the top 20 out of nowhere. I don't actually know they're any good. But
Mane.
I was going to say Mane alone brings.
Oh, true. Yeah, very true. Forgot about that. But yeah, we wanted to also go over the Champions League stuff. Mark, you're saying from the poll?
Yeah, we had a good little feedback with the poll. Basically, if you follow us on Instagram, that's Footy Fetish. We did a little poll just to see what you guys thought the results, just basically who will be the winners, I think it was titled. And I think most of the games I think everyone could sort of agree with. So what we had Bayern Munich versus PSG. Basically, Bayern slaps PSG in that area. I think a lot of people, Harry, really wants that to happen. We then had Dortmund versus City. And although I thought that would be quite a difficult one, the polls suggested City would slap them up, which, again, I'm not too surprised. I just think during the actual game day, I think that would be quite an interesting match to watch. Then we had Real Madrid-Liverpool, and that one was probably the closest one, but it was still Real Madrid beating Liverpool at the end of the day, which I personally don't agree with, being a Liverpool fan, but, we move on. And then we had just Chelsea absolutely slapping up Porto. So no, I thought we could all give our personal opinions on. Do we all agree with that poll? Is there anything we think may be a shock result at all?
I don't know if you could say Real Madrid beating Liverpool at this point in time with what's going on is a shock. I mean, I suppose just on name basis of like the last couple of years, it probably would be a shock. But I do think Real Madrid are going to come through. Apart from that, no, I think that's pretty much it. I think it's 50-50 really, PSG Bayern.
Yeah.
Like, I think Bayern are the better team, but, at
By
the
far.
end of the day, PSG have Neymar and Mbappe. So
True. You can't put it
anything
past
can
them.
happen, do you know what I mean?
But they've not really performed in the Champions League, though. Well, they've
Mbappe
gotten to
scored a
finals and
hat.
things, but they're yet to win. And I think that obviously will weigh on there.
But didn't Mbappe score a hat-trick against Barcelona the other week?
Oh, yeah, I'm saying they've never won the Champions League, so they've got that
Oh, they got to the
pressure.
final.
They've got that pressure.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, definitely. They've had that, but it's not like this is the first year they've had that pressure. We've been saying this about PSG for the last
Yeah,
couple of years.
they're
They need to win the
due.
Champions League,
They're
so
due on.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. I just don't think they're going to get past Bayern. That's a really unlucky draw for them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably the best team in the world right now. I guess, yeah, probably.
I
Easily.
think the City and Dortmund is going to be closer than people think it will be. I don't think City are going to walk all over Dortmund, but City do have not the greatest track run of Champions League form, but
Yeah.
who knows? Could go either way, really.
Yeah, I think City's back defensive unit is so much better now than it was even at the beginning of the season. So, if they can find some way to sort of keep Haaland and Sancho and that, well, if Sancho's back, keep them man quiet, then I don't think that they're going to have any problem scoring, because the Dortmund defense is not amazing. They do leak goals quite a bit in the Bundesliga this year, so they'll definitely get the goals. It's just if they can stop Haaland and that, which, well, I guess we'll see. It should be quite entertaining.
Definitely.
But yeah, so that leaves it with the semi-finals then being Bayern versus City and Real Madrid Chelsea. What do you guys think of that?
Could actually see Chelsea winning.
I put a little bet down on Real Madrid and Chelsea to win. Like, two separate bets because they were the best odds. So actually, that semi-final kind of sucks. But I guess that's the only route I've got right now.
Yeah.
At least it guarantees me a finalist though. But yeah, what do you guys think? Chelsea beating Real Madrid?
I think Chelsea are up for it. I definitely think they've got a different positivity about them under Tuchel. They're a different team almost. Well, I shouldn't say massively different team. They've obviously been the same team, but they're performing a lot better under him.
Yeah.
So I reckon they'll be well up for it.
Yeah, they definitely could. Definitely could. Imagine Man City versus Chelsea in the final, or a repeat of 2012, was it? Or 2014? Chelsea Bayern when Chelsea won? 2012. Yeah, that would be quite interesting. But yeah, I think. What do you think, Bayern versus City? That will be the draw of the
That's a
semi-final.
mad draw.
Yeah.
Two huge teams. Two
I'm
dominant teams.
gonna say Bayern. The odds are in Bayern's favour.
Say Bayern. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. They'll be the favourites for sure. But actually, I wouldn't be surprised if City are the favourites, because they seem to be the favourites in the Champions League everywhere this season for some reason, even though they probably shouldn't be. But yeah, I think Bayern probably wins that as well, man. It'd be quite interesting to see Pep go up against his former team. But, yeah, so that would be a Chelsea Bayern Munich final we've got so far coming out of this.
That's a bit mad.
I'd quite like to see that.
Yeah, I would. I'd quite like to see that. Definitely. Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know. So that's a potential one where Bayern then just beats Chelsea like 6-0 in the final, and it's like,
Oh, Bayern.
like when Juve and Barca played. Barca played a few years ago. Everyone thought it was going to be a really good final, and they just like smacked them up. But yeah, no, that'd be quite interesting. Yeah, if Chelsea can get, ideally, Man City versus then one of Liverpool or Chelsea would be the best final, really, for us lot.
Yeah. Well, for me,
Yeah.
I'd want Liverpool there.
Well, yeah, but I want, regardless of who wins it, I'd like rather the Champions League came back to England.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't get what you
Porto or Dortmund.
or put.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that at all. I think the worst outcome right now is if PSG wins it. Any way you look at it, yeah, fuck PSG, man. Who cares about them? But yeah, sorry. Should we get into the main bulk of this podcast?
Yeah. Just before, like my new shirt, lads.
Yeah, it's very
Oh.
Good. That was a
Mark,
good
Seen
call.
it in the
You get
flesh.
it.
Where did I get that from? You say?
Yeah,
We did
where
a
did you
YouTube
get it?
video about it, didn't we?
We did.
We got it from Secret Shirt. which was obviously nice. I was like on the phone as well to someone at work, and it came, and Becky like obviously gave it to me, right? And I was like, telling this guy, I was like, oh yeah, you know, secret shirt. You just spend like what, 35 quid or something like that, and you get like a box. It could be from like any country, any league,
country,
any country, any league and everything. And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, that sounds quite interesting. And he's like, what'd you get? And I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm just opening it. As I opened it, obviously saw this badge. I was just like,
Wait, Juve.
That's a good one, man.
I pulled a good one here.
Yeah.
And I was like, bang.
As well, that
What's
Most
the-
Serie A.
I didn't
what's
hear
the
any
year
of that.
What's the year for that one, mate?
No idea.
Oh,
It's recently,
I've
because
got-
it's got the new badge.
yeah.
Yeah,
Must
I'd
be
say
a
it's
couple
within the
of
last 2 years.
Gotta love that Jeep sponsor as well on the Juve.
Yeah.
Sick.
I think one of my favourite
nice.
shirts of all time is the pink Juve one with Jeep across the front.
Fair.
That was
That was a
nice.
nice one. That was a nice one. Yeah. Oh,
Great,
it's Serie A shirts, man. Just
They are.
The Pirelli on Inter Milan is so classic.
Got my AC one on, but with Fly Emirates.
Fly Emirates. What was the sponsor for AC before Fly Emirates? Was it Opal? Yeah. Was it Opal? Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Wow, that's classic. But yeah, actually, yeah. Well, last night I was thinking about. Before we get into this, it's really random. I was thinking about Palace and what we're going to do right in terms of the summer. And I was thinking about managers, and I don't know why, but now I've thought about it, I can't get it out of my head. I've got a real weird feeling that Jose Mourinho is going to end up as a Palace manager at some point.
That'd be so funny.
He's knows Palace people. He's very good voice with really good mates with Roy. It seems like we do basically what Tottenham does in terms of how we play, just on the counter. They've got better players than we do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds really weird, but I don't see why not. Because he's not going to get a big offer from like a top team, is he? In England, if he wants to stay in England, and he wants to stay in London.
I don't think he'll. I think he'll go away from the Prem.
But I don't think he will, man. He's expressed how much he loves being in England, and at this point, man, I don't know. I think if a big team abroad comes in for him, then yeah. But
We've had a comment about the secret shirts. Is it Dare BSHP, or we just call him Dare for now. Dare said, I legit used that website for my brother's birthday present, and he got a Zenit with Hulk on the back.
oh,
Nice.
Lovely.
Decent.
You get one
That's a
with
good
printing
call.
on that as a...
First. Oh,
That's a cop.
gaming means a lot, said first, but there was second. We had second comment come through, and they were like, first, as in first comment.
Oh, mate.
It's Pete.
Almost. We appreciate the effort though.
Oh, his name's Pete.
Oh, Alex. Is
Yeah, Pete.
Alex, but he was messaged me earlier about this. Al, you're gonna like this, mate. This bit my list, but yeah, no, I just got it in my head now. Mourinho is gonna end up as Palace manager. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
Oh,
Or
man.
we'll end up with Roy again next season. That's probably what will happen.
Yeah,
Mourinho
that's...
goes to Brighton.
Oh, no. I'll take
Mate,
Graham.
that'd be
Let's have
amazing.
Graham Potter. I'll take Graham Potter every day. But yeah, no. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna go straight off the top. My number 10's N'Golo Kante.
Wow,
So-
jumping straight in. Do you want to explain what we're doing?
Yeah, we're doing top 10 Premier League midfielders of all time. If you didn't see it earlier, and my number 10 is N'Golo Kante. Yeah, it's just one of the best midfielders I've ever seen play football. I don't know about you guys.
And he's only made 10.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that you've
talent. Yeah,
seen.
but there's other people in the Premier League that have been doing, done stuff longer and stuff like that. I mean, he won back-to-back Premier Leagues on 2 different teams. It's not been done before.
And then a World Cup.
They're in Chelsea, and then a World Cup. Yeah, he's just a sick player, man. And I just figured I got it into my head the other night that I was going to put Kante on this list, and when I came to do it earlier, I was like, all right, I'm just going to put him at number 10 because I really like him. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of that?
I would have...
He was.
Oh, go on.
I was going to say he's definitely he's hitting some sort of form again at the moment. I know we mentioned last week or week before maybe that he's just been slacking over the last sort of year or so, especially this season. But yeah, he's coming back now. I think he's finding his feet again, and I can't say I disagree with you. He's a phenomenal player.
Well, that's the thing with Kante. He's classed as 2 players. So him having a down dip is probably him just doing a normal footballer's job. Now he's coming back up. Obviously, he is worth 2 players at the back. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
His
even
work
when he goes down, he's good. Yeah, his work
he'll
rate is
end up-
huge.
if he's not there now, he'll definitely end up in the top 10 by the time his career's finished. If he just stays at Chelsea.
I don't have him in my list, but I'm not mad about
Oh,
it.
man.
I think he's great. He's so likable.
Yeah.
It's every manager's dream, you know, just a hard worker. He could play in any team in the Prem and do a job. Like,
He's not. I don't.
style of play.
I think I can safely say there's not one person in the world that wouldn't take N'Golo Kante in their team. Like
True.
you'd be mad. Like, yeah.
I mentioned to you before the podcast, Alf, that I had the person that I was going to put at 10. I decided not to because I thought everyone else would.
Yeah.
And it was Kante who I was going to put at 10,
Nice.
but I decided not to. He is an honourable mention for me, though. I felt bad not putting him in, but
He's wicked.
So he is in my list, but where he is placed
Oh.
is slightly different.
Okay. All right. Well, in my order of cameras, it's going down. So H, who are you up for next? You're number 10.
Maybe a surprise one. You guys might not have it. I've got Michael Carrick.
Oh, I rate it so highly.
Quality player, to be fair.
Yeah. Spurs
one
and
you-
United.
You might exactly, yeah, and Newcastle I think he played for as well.
no.
One you
Is he a
might forget
Leeds
about.
guy?
It was West Ham, Spurs, and United.
Oh no,
West
West Ham.
was it? Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, he's from Newcastle. That's it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, one you might forget about, but like for a number of years he was like consistent. They flew under the radar quite a lot. Did everything he did well. Just consistent, reliable player, and he was a part of some great teams.
He was
I agree.
rocking that midfield for United. He was so important, but it's never ever been fully recognised. I think.
Yeah, he
The
was
last
very
few
underrated.
Years where the United squad wasn't that great, but they were
Yeah.
still winning stuff and competing. That was a large part down to him.
It's like him and Darren Fletcher just bossing up the midfield. But
On the back of that, I also went for Michael Carrick at number 10. As I say, I didn't want to go for someone a bit too obvious like Kante or something like that, but I just wanted to throw in someone that's a little bit more underrated. But yeah, I agree with you, Harry. He's a phenomenal player. 481 appearances, 23 goals, 32 assists. Obviously, the sort of player he wasn't going to be getting loads of goals, loads of assists, but he was such a staple in that team. And his positioning was, he never had to go into like a rough challenge. His positioning was so good that he'd always managed to find another way about it, as opposed to actually just diving in for a sort of a rash challenge. But yeah, he's a phenomenal player. He's got quite a few titles under his belt as well. 5 Premier Leagues, 1 Champions League, 1 Europa League, 1 FA Cup, 3 League Cups, 6 Community Shields, and he won the FIFA Club World Cup.
Of course, stat man down there. Jeez, those
I've
numbers
got-
coming through.
Let's go,
got
let's go, Ray.
All the numbers for my top 10.
Rate it.
yeah.
But
Nice.
yeah, great player.
Uh,
Very underrated, I think.
I love that Carrick's getting some love. I actually haven't got him on my list. I feel really bad about that now. But yeah, Mark, finish us off for your number 10, mate.
Right, let's spice this podcast up there, shall we? So my number 10, obviously, the weight like, oh my god, what is he about to do? So for number 10, might I add, you know, this is in last place.
Probably like Naby Keita or something, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
Castagna. No.
Curtis Jones.
Fred.
Close. Jordan Henderson.
Oh god, I knew he'd be in your top 10.
He is a mentality monster, and when he's not in the Liverpool squad,
He's
it's
trash.
noticeable, right?
He is Liverpool's best ever captain as well.
Yeah.
He is.
He's done what no captain's ever done for Liverpool.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Stinker, apparently.
Gerrard could never.
But no, like he is an absolute animal, and when he's in the team, he is what I've referred to. He is the glue from the front to the back. He will work forward and backwards, and I think any team would be lucky to have him.
Agree with that.
Yeah, fair.
Ah.
Is it like, although like, because you know he has been playing this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
For pretty much the whole year.
No, he's had
Right.
injuries.
Yeah, but like all in all, like he's played majority of the games. I'm assuming this season, right? He's been in and out, right?
Yeah, in and out. I wouldn't say majority of the games. He's been
Yeah.
there.
Because he's not been that great anyway. Like I know obviously you're missing players, but if it is Henderson that's the glue that does it all, you haven't been that great with him. So.
I mean, it's a team game at the end of the day.
A lot, though.
Yeah.
He's played a lot of centre back as well.
Yeah, that's it. I guess it's like well, Henderson in midfield, innit?
Yeah, that's why he's on my list. If you're doing best centre backs, Henderson is not a good centre back. He gets the job done, mate. But
yeah,
I mean,
does he?
He's a good captain for playing centre back.
yeah,
Great example to set in it.
yeah, exactly. No, he shows that he can step into that role. But as a midfielder, in sort of, if we compare obviously to where Champions League or win the Premier League, and I think he won. Did he win Player of the Year as well?
Can you be in this list for having 1 or like 2 good years?
I wouldn't say. I mean,
Well, it's a matter of opinion, isn't it?
matter of opinion.
I suppose so. Yeah, it's our one.
For
Yeah,
me,
no, I'm just...
it is.
It's a matter of opinion.
We're
Your
only
opinion's
at
wrong,
we're
but
only at
it's
number
go ahead.
10. We're only at number 10. All right, there's plenty more to go.
You told me
plenty
before
more controversy to go.
to pick up on your ones.
Mm.
You told me you're like, yeah, dig me out for him. I was like, okay.
You probably will later on as worse.
Yeah, because it's all downhill from here, I guess.
This is number 10.
If Henderson's 10, I'm scared of what the fuck's going on with the rest of this list. But I'm excited. Are you anything more for Hendo?
No.
No, fair enough. My number 9 is Kevin De Bruyne.
Fair.
Yep. 178 appearances, 41 goals, 77 assists. Unbelievably talented. Like probably the best attacking midfielder ever in the Prem. Like in terms of talent and what he does, like it's just unreal, right? Like
He's a threat.
I mean, yeah, I think he's the threat, isn't he? Like
Surprised he's this low.
only because he's not been here. Like to be honest, the 2 I've got above him is where I would then fit him in terms of like, because I do think like longevity of career also like matters a lot.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem when doing this list. There was just so much to think about.
Yeah.
Like you go, okay, well, how many goals did this centre score? Oh, not many, but like they did a lot of work. They were a box-to-box person. Like they did the job, and they did the role, which makes it so hard. Because when you're thinking, oh, best strikers in the world, you think, okay, well, striker's job is to score goals, so you've got to look at how many goals they scored. Where the centre is like both. And well, obviously, KDB speaks volumes for his his passing ability, and pinging it left top corners.
Yeah, I think he's good enough that he could have played back when the league was a bit more physical as well. He's not worried to throw his weight around and that kind of thing in like nowadays football. So I think he's sort of almost a time. And no matter some of the passes and some of the stuff he does, man, I've just never seen anything like it.
I think this is a question. I'm not too sure. KDB or Bruno Fernandes? I think that's a question. I'm not sure if he's saying to KDB every day.
Fernandes has like
KDB is the best midfielder in the world.
Fernandes has like a serious chance to be like one of the, if he stays for like the rest of his career, he could go down as like one of the best, definitely one of the best midfielders the Prem's ever seen. If he keeps up the standard that he's doing right now, for sure. He might even end up better than Kevin De Bruyne if he keeps going for like longer and longer.
Yeah, he is revived.
Right now, De Bruyne, man.
Kevin De Bruyne has also had a fair amount of injuries as well, not quite lengthy injuries as well. So it's not really. I found it harder to warrant putting him lower on my list because I think that you have to sort of take everything into consideration. He's still a absolutely phenomenal player, all things considering. So yeah, KDB.
I think when you see the names above him, you'll be like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Mm.
But,
when doing this list, I did even bother thinking about Fernandes.
Oh no, Fernandes is not making this list. No, he'd have to play for like another. You got
another 2-3 years before he's in.
He's not been in the Premier League.
I was about to say you got to win a Premier League, but I realise there's someone on here that hasn't won a Premier League that is on here. But yeah, no. So yeah, De Bruyne, man. I think it's a wicked player. I wanted to get some players that are playing now in here as well. Give it some.
I've already worked out who you said was on your list there. Who you said that was?
Oh yeah.
Immediately worked it out. I was like, fair enough.
The only one.
Pretty sure he's the only one on my list
was
as well.
close to winning a Premier League.
Yeah. Yeah. If only if he could keep his footing, it would have been all right. But yeah. So who's number 9? Anyone? Throw me a number 9.
James
Right.
Milner.
James Milner.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Longevity, work ethic, work rate, just ability, can fit anywhere.
Professionalism.
Personality.
Yeah, personality. Yeah.
He's got a personality of a digestive.
That's what makes him amazing.
Has he ever done anything wrong ever?
Not that I can remember.
Not that I know.
He
Of.
played for Liverpool.
That's not a bad shout.
He's the man who turned Liverpool around.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's how I knew it was Milner. No, he just contributed to multiple title wins, with City as well. He's a big player for Villa, Newcastle, Leeds as well, and he's been around basically the whole time we've been watching football.
I think he's had the longest professional football career.
Whatever.
Yeah, just he's had.
Barry's made.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Gareth Barry's up there.
Because Stanley Matthews played till he was like 50.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Milner's definitely second then. I know Milner has been playing for so long.
Yeah, and he's been in the Premier League that whole time.
I remember his Villa days.
Regular appearance.
He's played for quite a few of the big teams as well.
Well, Liverpool, big
Like, he
team.
was playing
Liverpool
for Villa
City.
when they were in.
Who was he else play? Was it just Liverpool and City?
I swear he's played for someone else.
He played for Newcastle.
He played for Leeds, Newcastle, and Villa.
Yeah, and then
When he was at Villa was when they were in Europa League.
Oh wow. Okay. Jesus.
Must have been like something else.
Wow, yeah, I didn't even think of Milner, but now
Wow.
you said Milner.
That is
He's
a great
an
shout.
honourable mention on mine.
Legend. Likeable as well. Again, another really likeable player.
Yeah. Is
Now
this
he's-
for your list, Harry? Likeable players.
List of likable players.
No. Okay.
That's wrong week.
No,
wrong
no,
week.
There's some bastards coming up.
Okay. Fantastic. Mark, who's your number 9, mate?
Speaking of bastards, I've put Roy Keane at 9.
Fair.
Although he's had I think he had quite a long career with United and won a lot of trophies. In terms of all of that I read, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've watched his games, because I'm not going to lie, I haven't really seen him play. The only time I've seen him play is through like highlights, which is just him kicking people. And although he has done, he was good. He was a force to be reckoned with in the mid, but just because basically he was a cunt. But like that's why I wanted to put him on my list, because he was genuinely like so intimidating on the pitch. And the mid, obviously there's a lot of, the title is, in the mid is where you win the game. It's where you get the ball back. It's where you push forward. It's where you defend. Like, and if you're in that mid with Roy Keane, you're thinking, I could lose a leg this game. It could happen, because it has happened.
Yeah, someone did, yeah.
Someone did. You're like,
It was Haaland's dad.
exactly.
Yeah, Alfie Haaland.
So to have that sort of persona in your mid, I think it's obviously a bit like, well, like we've all said, very intimidating. So I was like, he needs to get there, but he doesn't have any football ability. He's not fast. He just kicks people.
He has ability.
I mean, in terms of in comparison, this is everything that I've read. He didn't have he had good. Obviously, he was a professional footballer. I'm not going to say that I'm better than him. Let's be honest here.
Man United.
Been close though.
Exactly.
Did you read this on a Liverpool fan site, a fan forum or something?
Yeah.
I told you not to fucking tell anyone, mate. What are you doing? Roy Keane, 9.
Fair enough. Ollie, number 9.
Yeah, Torre.
Nice. I've got it a bit higher than that, but yeah, that's
Fair enough.
It's got to be on here.
Yeah, definitely. He was a staple of that City team when they were coming back into glory.
Him and a few other people in that team. Literally, I think one other person in that mid.
Yeah, definitely. But he's absolute beast of a player. He's an odd player in the terms of he was so big, but he was also agile enough that he was able to move around. He wasn't so just clunking around like being a really sort of big player. But he was such a good striker of the ball as well. His ability to connect with the ball was ridiculous. He could thump one a good distance. 230 appearances, 59 goals, 35 assists. Played for City for 8 years between 2010 to 2018. In that time, he got 3 Premier Leagues, 1 FA Cup, 3 League Cups, and 1 Community Shield. That's not, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things compared to some of these other players, it's not. He hasn't got that much he hasn't got that many trophies on his City career. But I was looking at his career outside of the Prem as well. He's won a lot outside the Premier League.
Yeah,
I know we are talking about all-time Premier League midfielders.
Oh yeah,
The fact that he's won African Cup of Nations, he's won Champions League, he's won African Player of the Year 4 times, he's won the La Liga twice, Spanish Cup, Spanish Super Cup, Greek Champion, Greek Cup, FIFA World Cup, and the UEFA Super Cup. He's won a lot.
wow,
He's
been about.
He has been about, yeah. But yeah, phenomenal player. I'm not surprised that he's looked at so fondly at City. And he's definitely going to be one of those players that he already is going down in the City history as a legend.
Oh yeah, like,
What was that, H?
Was that 9?
Yeah.
nice. I don't know about you guys, but he's like monopolized the look of like the long, like thermals, like they cover like half your hand. Whenever I see anyone like that, it just instantly goes.
There you go.
Yeah. See, instantly goes to my head. I just see him running. It's like a kid holding his sleeves with his hands. I just remember that.
Like when those girls put their thumbs through their jumpers at school.
Yeah.
Oh, we've lost Harry.
Oh.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, the camera.
Got no video, mate. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah. Nice. Number 9. My number 8 is Patrick Vieira.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I
Ollie.
yeah. Patrick Vieira. I don't remember like the greatest amount of Patrick Vieira. I didn't watch a lot of that Arsenal team.
That's fair. That's fair. Everyone has their opinions.
We were in the Championship, so you know, I was watching Championship football in these days a lot. But yeah, no, Vieira. He obviously like great footballer and all that. 439 appearances, 32 goals, 40 assists. Captained Arsenal during he was captain of the
Invincibles,
wasn't he? Yeah. So that's obviously got to count for something. Yeah, good player. I'm not the biggest fan personally. You know what I mean? Just whatever. But he had to be on here, so I put him on. Bit criminal to not have Vieira on here. He is really good. But yeah, I don't know. I was more of a Gilberto Silva man myself.
Quality as well.
Yeah, yeah.
H, do you want to leave and join again?
Yeah. Fine.
Bye.
Right, lock it, kick him out.
But yeah, no, Vieira, man. I could have had him higher, but nah. But
That's fair.
But yeah, that's it. Who's
B.
There he is. He's back.
There we go. He's
Mark,
back.
who
Welcome. Cesc Fabregas.
Ooh, nice.
Great that.
Forgot about him.
I didn't do too much in terms of his sort of stats. I didn't look at
I
it.
got him later. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Okay. But fair enough. I mean, but I read he was quite an impactful player with a lot of ability.
Oh, unreal.
Yeah, and I do actually remember. I think I remember seeing him play and stuff like that. But I was on my lunch break. He's one of the few players that because I didn't know too much about him, I had to watch, and it was generally just entertaining little highlight reels that I was watching. I was like, got to have him on my list. But yeah, Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah. The only thing that annoys me about Fabregas is that he spent like his peak at Barca.
He didn't do too well apparently at Barca.
And,
well,
he was sick at Barcelona.
He didn't do too badly.
the team do badly though.
He wasn't like the star, was it? Because he was with Messi and all that when he like down low. But he did his job, and he was like that was like the peak of his career. But he was like that last season at Arsenal, man. He was unreal.
Yeah.
Before he left, and then when he came back for Chelsea as well, he was sick when he came back and played for Chelsea.
Type of player then as well.
Yeah, he was just. He was one of them players that I never wanted to retire.
Yeah.
Like,
He hasn't retired yet. Playing at Monaco.
that's true.
Cool.
That's true. He might have the Liga as good as retired in it.
Yeah.
Farmers League.
But yeah, I've got Cesc.
than being retired.
Yeah. It goes like yeah, retirement, PSG, MLS. But yeah, no, yeah, sorry. Who was that?
Cesc was on mine as well.
I got Cesc later with some stats, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Number 8 for me was Cesc.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely. I loved him. Pretty pissed off when he came back to the Prem and went to Chelsea, but
It's your own fault, innit?
yeah, I know. Well, we've only got ourselves to blame. 350 appearances. This is obviously across his whole Premier League career, not just with Arsenal. 350 appearances, 50 goals, 114 assists.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Crazy. He's the only he's second to the record holder of Ryan Giggs, and I'm pretty sure Giggs got 160. So he's still a bit behind Giggs as well, and he's only one of 4 men to reach the 100 assist milestone, which is pretty crazy considering how long sort of. Well, he's still. I wouldn't say he's young, but he's not exactly like he's some of the age of half the other players on this list. He's still playing for one. So
was he getting? Do you know if he's getting regular game time?
I'm not sure.
Fair enough. It was a shot in the dark.
Monaco aren't great, so I'd imagine so.
Yeah. But yeah, 2 Premier Leagues, 1 Europa League, 2 FA Cups, 1 League Cup, 2 Community Shields, and he was Player of the Year for 1 year. Outside the Prem, he also had 1 World Cup. He's won the Euros twice. He's won the La Liga, Spanish Cup. He's won the Spanish Super Cup twice, the UEFA Super Cup, and he's won the FIFA Club World Cup. So again, another very decorated player inside and outside the Prem. But yeah, he's always going to go down as a legend.
No, I like that. Yeah, absolute baller. But yeah, sick player, man, sick player. Yeah, it's just annoying. I just thinking of looking back on stuff like this, just annoys me about football now. I love that noughties, man. That noughties football was just unreal.
You think he came into Arsenal at the age of like 17 or something? And
yeah, just frustrates me now that football
lost it from day one.
But yeah, no, I like that. It's number 8. So Harry, who round us off on your number 8, my man?
That was a good pick, Fabregas. I forgot about him. Admittedly, he was quality.
Pete saying Cesc is blue in the chat. No, thank you, Pete. He will always be Arsenal.
Yeah, I'll go for Kevin De Bruyne.
He did look good in that Chelsea shirt, though. Sorry, Harry.
What, Kevin De Bruyne?
No, I mean both of them look good in the Chelsea shirt. To be fair, the Chelsea's got nice kit, but Kevin De Bruyne, no. Continue. Sorry, Edge.
Yeah, I mean one of the most talented. I'll say one of the most, possibly the most talented central midfielder.
Yeah.
Prem's ever seen. Obviously, everyone knows the impact about it. I get a bit annoyed sometimes about how much commentators go on about how good he is. Well, they're not wrong, but
no, it's just
game,
obvious, isn't it?
Get something new to talk about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, what a player, Kevin De Bruyne! Oh, what a pass! What a ball. But yeah, he does this every week. Why are you?
De Bruyne gets your mind.
There's credit where credit's due.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Is he? Has anyone got him higher?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I like it. We're going to keep going. See, I want to see how high he gets because be interesting. I think at the end of his career, he could be top 3. My number 7's Roy Keane. I don't really like Roy Keane, but I just put him in there because he is like, that United team where they was so. Oh, nice. But that well, you mate join in, but I don't know that United team. He was like the heart of that really good United team back in the day, and it was like you could take everything. It was like a Henderson, but to an even more higher degree. Because,
just the intensity.
And just because the United team was so dominant then that they were like their winning was a lot more consistent than Liverpool's have been so far. But obviously, if Liverpool could pick that back up, then whatever. But if you took him out, they would fight. They took Rio out and they had some problems, but it was like taking an arm off. But if you take Roy out, you take the heart out, it can't function.
The thing about this list is there's central midfield. There's more different types of player than any other pitch.
Yeah.
Jack Charlton once said, "My brother Bobby is a footballer. He plays football. My job is to stop people from playing football." Jack Charlton was a defender, and that's basically what Roy Keane did in midfield. Stop people from playing football, and he was absolutely incredible at it.
Almost too good.
At the right time. I think that also helps. I think he played at the right time.
Yeah, I was going to say he wouldn't be getting away with this kind of stuff.
And his technical ability, I don't know if it holds up now. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're going to do what Roy Keane does now, you have to be really good playing football.
Yeah, I mean,
counterbalance it.
Win the ball back, give it to one of the creative players.
Exactly, and he did that at like the best level you could do it at. So fair play, but yeah, I couldn't have him any higher, unfortunately. But well, I don't know. I don't like his commentary, man. He's an analyst. I don't think I've ever seen him actually analyze anything.
He needs to stop being like just a stupid like one word comments when someone asks him a really good question, just being like, no.
I think it's just because he knows. I think it's because he knows that he's getting a lot of attention from the media at the moment for his punditry and his relationship with Michael Richards as well. I think he's now not putting it on, but I think he's exaggerating what he's doing and playing up to it a bit. And so I just think. Yeah, definitely.
It's just like he just doesn't analyze anything ever.
No, there's
actually analyze play or anything like that. He just talks shit basically about teams. That's what he's there to do.
Just gives his opinion.
Pundits out there that are so much better.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Paul Merson. I was watching him the other day. Jesus, I like Merce, but he's rubbish, isn't he?
He wouldn't fly on any other show, but because Soccer Saturday is so good at like banter and stuff, he does well with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But him backing Steve Bruce. Oh, Liverpool fans expect too much. It's like it's not getting relegated, expecting too much for Newcastle, because that's outrageous. But,
Mark types in Keane and it brings up the boy band instead of Roy Keane.
I thought no one would clock. Oh, brilliant.
I love that. Number 7, boys. Mark, who have you got?
Oh, number 7. Mine's kind of boring. Yaya Toure. I know we already spoken about him. I went him a little bit higher than I think Ollie may have put him, purely because generally just the amount he won was ridiculous. Because I also looked at what he won outside of the Premier League, and it was all like the African Cup, African Player of the Year, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And obviously his fashion sense, Alfie, naturally. But yeah, I know we've already spoken of him, but yes, Yaya Toure, number 7.
Love it. Yeah. Yeah, fair
I'll
enough.
quickly just go in with Kevin De Bruyne. As I said, we've already spoken about him. He's at my number 7. Not really much else to say, really. You guys have covered it all.
Yeah, he's wicked.
Absolute unit of a player. He's amazing, and people do talk about him every week, but it's credit where credit's due. He's a brilliant player. He's first Premier League player first player in Premier League history to provide 15 plus assists in 3 different campaigns.
Damn.
Just a nice little fact upon your head tops. But
Thank you.
not really too much else to say, really.
No, fair enough. No, but yeah, I can't be mad at that. So that's the highest we've got. De Bruyne is 6th on this list, right? 7th. Sorry. That's pretty decent for him already, and he could play for another like.
That's what I mean. I was floating with the idea of putting him higher, and I thought, well, he's got to be a bit lower than I thought. For me, this was a logistical place to have him, just because he hasn't played for that long, and he's done so much already, and he is the focal point of that team.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Nice. I got my number 6 is Yaya. Yaya. I don't know if this is the last time we'll mention him. I think this might be the last time we mention him, right? No, Harry's got him higher. I love it.
But where?
A lot of it is around the chant. I mean, you can't ignore the chant.
You can't. I can't believe we haven't mentioned
it.
I haven't spoken about it.
It's an all-time chant. That doesn't go unnoticed. That affects your footballing ability in my eyes. If you've got a good chant, you must be a good footballer. That's the only way I can establish it.
Will Grigg's trash.
Yeah, but not when the chant was made, Harry.
Will Grigg was on fire.
I was sung all the way through the
fire,
Euros. He
and
didn't
your
play.
defence was terrified. It's fantastic.
That was mad. That chart went. That Will Grigg fire one went viral, and he never played a minute.
It's not very good.
Yeah,
He was banging them in for League One clubs, and then that chant went viral.
That's so funny, man. That's so funny. But yeah, no, there's not really much to say about Yaya. He's just a baller, and he's a sensitive soul after all that birthday shenanigans went on at City. So I feel for him a little bit.
Wait, what?
He got mad. They didn't get him a birthday cake or anything. Didn't wish him a happy birthday.
Oh, is this what this picture's about?
He's fuming, mate.
Yeah,
He's absolutely fuming. Bless him.
Regarded his birthday, basically, and he kind of felt they should have at least said happy birthday. Obviously, a cake fair enough, but at least say happy birthday. You don't have to buy him presents or whatever.
That's
But
so funny.
I think it was obviously there was. I don't think there was any hard feelings behind it. I think it was just
No.
one of those situations where whoever's in charge of the social media side of things for City probably got sacked because that caused a lot of stir and a lot of media attention as well, unnecessarily. But
Definitely.
yeah,
But yeah, no, yeah, Yaya's my sixth, just basically purely on like he was a wicked, like just fond memories, and the chant is a heavy factor. But H, who's your number 6?
David Silva.
Nice.
Just,
Low.
just brilliant. I remember the first time I saw him was we were playing away at Blackpool, and this was about 10 minutes left of the game. He was probably quite young at this point. Like dribbles around about 6 defenders, cuts inside the box, curls it into the other side of the goal. Phenomenal goal. I'd never heard of this guy. And ever after that, like every game after that, you see him playing, you see him on the ball. There's little quick touches and things he could do. Just all of it like immaculate. Oh, brilliant player.
Was this number 6?
Yeah.
He was also my number 6.
and mine.
Glad we. Oh wow.
He's all your number 6. Okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
I
No.
was putting him a little bit higher, but I think it's about
He
right.
he was the other player who sort of came into that City team and was the spine of that City team as well, and really probably what did he lead them to their first title?
Yeah, he was there
He was
for
part of the team. Yeah, he was like a big part of that team. Yeah.
2010 to 2020. So he's been there for the City's good part.
Yeah.
He's their best player of all time, isn't he? Really, like when you look at it.
Yeah,
I
he
think
is. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, no, he's
Another player though.
a
I just
legend.
want it back.
I can't believe that he left. Well, he's would have had to leave. He's getting on,
Is it
but
Sociedad now, isn't he?
sorry.
Is it Real Sociedad?
Something like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, fantastic.
Who-
So you all had him as number 6, apart from
Yeah. 309 appearances, 60 goals, 107 assists.
Yeah, it's outrageous. 4 Premier League titles.
Yeah, 2 FA Cups, 5 League Cups, 2 Community Shields. Also, we've got some outside the Prem statistics for your head tops. 1 World Cup, 2 Euros. He's won the Spanish Cup, and he was also Player of the Year for Spain. I'm not sure what year, but he was also, yeah. I put a little comment about him. He could beat the opposition player with a dribble, and he has an immaculate touch, allowing him to wiggle out of tight spaces with ease.
Nice. He's one of them. Yeah, he's one of them players that you could like. I mean, I'm going to talk about him later, so I won't.
Oh, okay.
Number 5 for me is man like Cesc. Top 5. Yeah, for me, I love him, man. He's one of my favourite players, just regardless. Just loved him at Arsenal, at Barca, and at Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, you guys have obviously Ollie dived into the stats on him and all that. Beautiful man, good looking man. I think that means a lot when you're a footballer. If you're good looking as well as a footballer, you're instantly better. That's why Rooney's heavily underrated because he's ugly.
Looks like
If he
Shrek.
was, no, it's true, isn't it? Like if he was like looked like Cristiano Ronaldo, he'd be regarded higher. But
I mean, that picture. Look at that jawline.
no, unreal.
Fair.
But, and he's got a decent beard as well when he wants to have one. So yeah, fair play. Yeah, Cesc is my number 5. Who have you guys got? H, who have you got?
This is where it starts getting very controversial.
Oh.
Okay, mine does
Immediately, it's
next.
incredibly controversial.
Nice.
Number 5 is Steven Gerrard.
Ooh!
Well, you know, H,
What?
who's number 4, H.
But
Fair
Steven Gerrard, he's from most of the games I saw him, he was just pinging long balls. I know he could do a lot more. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he couldn't do a lot more, but I think the way he was obviously the central point of Liverpool for a long time, and he was, if anything, trying too hard to dominate games. I found.
Yeah.
And which is why part of the reason
Towards
why,
the latter stages, definitely as well.
which is part of the reason why he probably got burned out quite a lot. The title challenges started to fade a little bit, like when you were in with a shout.
Just started to slip away.
I've always found him a little bit overrated. A little bit overrated.
I'm with you.
just before we go down that line, I've just noticed a little question. Fabregas or Ozil?
Fabregas.
Fabregas.
In his prime, probably.
Fair enough. Anyway,
I actually
Gerrard.
would say on their so I would say like consistently wise Fabregas, but on their day playing their best football, I'd actually take Özil. Like if we're talking Real Madrid Özil, I'd take, Jesus Christ, yeah, I'll have him every day. Oh, what a player!
Long hair, Ozil.
Yeah, oh mate, like I know they destroyed us. What was it, 2010 World Cup? The Frank Lampard goal, was that 2010?
Yeah.
That was heartbreaking, but he was unplayable in that World Cup. Like that whole team was unreal. But yeah, sorry, continue. Thanks for the question though.
H?
That was my piece. Yeah, that was.
Oh, fair enough.
Steven Gerrard.
Mark looked so angry when you said the Steven Gerrard as well.
It's fine.
His face dropped.
He's holding it in.
He's only my idol. It's fine.
Off camera, Mark's got his fist.
What have you read about Steven Gerrard's career, Mark?
Sorry.
What have you been reading about Steven Gerrard's career?
The only thing he probably should have got was a Premier League title. I mean, that's the only down thing I can give to him.
On Chelsea then.
True. Nah, you know, he's the heart and soul. He was the reason why I fell in love with Liverpool. Well, that and I got told at a young age to support Liverpool, but I loved him anyway. So he is my Liverpool.
He's also the reason why you didn't win a Premier League.
Yeah, it comes and it goes, mate. Don't worry about it. Gaming means a lot agrees with Steven Gerrard apparently being there, which is fine. Anyway, shall we?
Mark, who's your number 5, mate? Let's move on.
Kante.
Oh,
I
wow,
wanted
nice.
to put him a bit higher up because he's so humble. I mean, we've spoken about his football ability, man, but he is so humble, and he does so much nice stuff. Like I read that he drives like a Mini Cooper, so he doesn't drive this like big old Jeep. He just rides like a Mini Cooper.
Won't be able to reach the pedals.
He cycles to work. He cycles to training.
Fan's wedding.
Yeah. He turned up at a fan's house for dinner and played FIFA.
Yeah, a fan asked him to, so he did.
Yeah, like
He also
Come on.
refuses to be paid have his wages
the
paid
one.
into an offshore account. He makes them pay into an English account, so he gets the right amount of tax and everything like that.
What a guy.
Yeah,
for those reasons, he's just a step above for me. And he's amazing. And he obviously back-to-back Premier Leagues, which I think we said has never been done before.
On 2 different teams.
On 2 different teams, and a World Cup, and being so humble and so nice. And as a centre defensive mid, doesn't really he's not a physical player. He has like loads of interceptions, wins the ball back, and just plays it out to at the time it was Vardy.
Mark,
Like,
can you pick up the picture of Kante riding a bike?
Let's see if we can get.
That picture. He's Kante's riding. I think he's dressed in his.
He's so happy.
Yeah.
He's in his
That's a
front.
pure photo, that.
That's it. He's so very wholesome guy.
Yeah, it's a very
Very
wholesome.
infectious smile as well, I find. But yeah.
What is this?
Oh, wow.
What is going on there? But nah, he's just a great guy. And I thought, you know what? I'm putting him high because I had him like 9th, 8th, and I was like, then I read all of the nice things he's done. I was like, I just really like him now. So
I feel really bad for not putting him in my top 10 now.
I feel bad having 10.
Looks like a centre park, that's why.
He does look like a centre
He's on a centre park.
French national team go to centre park.
Imagine seeing all them playing badminton. Like that.
Brilliant.
Call it Ollie, mate. Number 5. Round us off.
Roy Keane.
Fair.
You guys have already.
Oh God, I've done it again.
No, not Keane. Roy Keane. You guys have already spoken a lot about him, to be honest. He was a bit of an enigma for that United team, really. 7 Premier League titles,
Yeah, that's outrageous.
1 Champions League, 4 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 4 Community Shields, 1 Intercontinental Cup.
Oh. Yeah,
And,
they're age.
3 times Player of the Year.
3 times. Oh, okay, fair enough.
I think twice for Ireland, once for England, as in terms of the teams he played for. But yeah, you guys have already covered off a lot about him. Really, it's weird because he was a bit like a traditional holding midfield, but he played really well at that attacking midfield sort of spot as well, which was a bit odd at that time of that sort of period of football, really. But like you say, I don't really like him as a person, but you couldn't not put him on this list. Yeah.
I saw when I was Googling, I saw some lists that were putting him at number 1.
Yeah, same.
He's just like, come on, like, we'll get into that, but not number 1.
No.
Definitely not. All right, number 4. It's Steven Gerrard. He's your number 4. Yeah, I tried to. Yeah, like obviously we're talking about 500 odd appearances, 120 goals, 92 assists. I tried to look what he's won. He's won 6 Player of the Month awards in the Prem, so that's 6 Player of the Month awards over his whole career.
Fernandes got like 3 in the last 6 months or whatever.
Exactly. But no, I just think I do like Steven Gerrard. Don't get me wrong. I do just think he is overrated personally. Yeah, I don't know. I just think people gas him up to be way better than he was. Like, I don't ever remember him being like what people say he was personally. I know he's a great leader and everything, but in terms of like best midfielder in the world, I always thought there was like a few names ahead of him at all times. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I can't deny that he was like a good player, and I know you shouldn't count it, but the Champions League did sort of play a part because that Liverpool in the Champions League such a cool little like affair type thing that they have going on in it. Like they just they win it every now and then, just try, and they won't win the Premier League until now. But yeah, no.
It's married to Real Madrid, but it has the occasional fling with Liverpool.
That's it, exactly, mate, exactly. And AC Milan, we got to give them credit for their 6, I suppose. But yeah, no, Steven Gerrard 4. Yeah, when I look at the 3 ahead of him, I'm just like, nah, all 3 of these players ahead of him are better in my eyes. So, but yeah, I'm sure Mark's got him a bit higher than us.
Well, we'll find out.
But yeah, Mark. Sorry, H. You go. Who's your number 4?
I've got Patrick Vieira for 4.
Nice. I'm the only one that's mentioned him at the moment, right?
He was.
I think so.
You guys got him high.
No, I think Mark had him early on, didn't he?
No, I've also got him at 4.
So do I.
We're so in sync today, H. I like it.
And me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, nice.
He was
number 8.
He was phenomenal. He was the rock of the Invincibles. Kept the whole thing together. I mean, obviously there was a lot of talent on that team, but yeah, I mean, there's a reason him and Keane were like they hated each other. It's because Vieira was fucking good and Keane hated it.
Yeah.
But most of the time, Keane. I mean, well, they were the best 2 teams at the time as well.
The best 2 players on the team as well.
Or they were just clashing in the middle.
Yeah.
It's great. Probably the best player-on-player rivalry the Premier League's seen.
That's the thing. They were both captains of the 2 best clubs in the league at the time, and both probably the best players of their clubs at the time. So the fact that they played in similar sort of positions in the middle of the field was bound for them to have a rivalry, and what a rivalry it was.
There aren't a great deal of rivalries like that. I'm just trying to think.
Well, I guess you could say the newer age of that was Gerrard and Lampard, but
yeah, I don't know though.
I think that was more for people discussing it.
Yeah, there was no personal rivalry.
Yeah, that was more the media hyped up than I think them 2 actually hating each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's mainly down to Sven as well. You couldn't play them together at England, so that definitely boosted everything.
yeah.
But yeah, no, Vieira. So you've all got him there.
We've all got him at 4, so this is...
Suarez and Evra, that was one for a little bit.
Oh, that was a good one. I was thinking maybe Van Dijk and Pickford could be one going forward. But if Everton is smart, they'll get rid of Pickford ASAP.
Yeah, tell me about it.
But yeah, okay. Well, I'll go on to my number 3, unless you guys have got anything more you want to say about Vieira.
I can go into a bit of Vieira's outside his Premier League.
Yes.
Go on.
Love it.
1 World Cup, 1 Euros, 1 Champions League, 5 times Serie A champion, 1 Italian Cup, 2 Italian Super Cups, and 1 Confederations Cup. But yeah, absolute unit of a man. That was a box-to-box midfielder who just dominated the middle of the park. So you could not put in the team, and that Arsenal bias comes in as well. That's why he's where he is for me, number 4.
I thought he could have been higher. I thought he would have been higher, but
Well, I was gonna, but no,
Nice.
I don't want to get roasted too badly.
I don't think you would, to be fair. But I appreciate it. My number 3 is the quiet ginger assassin that is Paul Scholes.
Fair.
Same.
Just like nice, yeah. Just I mean, like Ronaldo said it. You know, his thing about hitting the tree. You know, he tried to do it 100 times and he couldn't hit it. Paul Scholes just did it first time, just from like however many. Outrageous player, man, and he was so like, yeah, one of those guys that didn't really say much or do much, but man, his ability was unbelievable. He's got 499 appearances, 107 goals, 55 assists, 11 Premier League titles.
Jesus.
Just a madders, man. And I was just a baller. Like, unfortunately, Sven paid him left for it on like left mid or whatever for England. So another reason why we did shit. But yeah, I'm sure you guys have got him, so you can talk a bit more about him. But just an absolute baller, man. Paul Scholes. Mark, what you got to say about Paul Scholes?
Absolute legend, really. I think I read somewhere that Pep even comments on Paul Scholes now and then. So clearly he.
I have a Paul Scholes coin here. I don't know if you
Oh
can see
really?
it.
Oh, there you
Well,
go.
mate,
Oh,
those
nice.
That's a throwback. That is.
Yeah, and the England.
How is that so shiny?
I don't know. I literally found it the other day, and I was like, I'm keeping that little Paul Scholes.
Nice.
Nice. Get it in the case, mate.
Oh,
I have to.
that's just taken me back about 15 years. Though.
I know, his coin.
I had so many of them. I had the book that you stuck them in and everything.
2004.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm keeping that. That's never going anywhere.
What a time to be alive.
Jeez.
Nice. Yeah, Mark. Sorry, mate. Have you got anything?
No, I was just commenting how even sort of managers like Pep Guardiola refer to Paul Scholes, which I was like, what? But obviously it's because he's just so talented and he's so good on the ball, and yeah, he's a baller really at the end of the day.
He's a baller. And the ginger assassin.
Ginger assassin, brilliant.
But Ollie, who have you got for your number 3? We're getting into the top 3 now. This is getting
I have
a bit mad.
Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard. Yeah, you guys have already spoken about him quite a bit. But I agree with you. There was always someone out there that was better than Gerrard. He was never number 1, but he was always up there. But just wasn't quite that sort of player to push him straight up to that number 1 spot. And the fact that he didn't win a Prem, to be fair, and he still made it on the top 3 on my list. It does speak for his footballing ability. But he was also the reason why he didn't win the Prem with that slip and Babar going through.
Yeah, mate. And Cristambul.
I was there for Istanbul, witnessing Steven Gerrard and Luis Suarez crying their eyes out firsthand in the flesh. Was
Dwight Gale coming on and scoring 2.
yeah. That was honestly, as a neutral for that game, I was sat in the half weight stand with a couple of Palace fans, and that was a brilliant game. I've still got all the videos on my phone from that game as well. That they had in the Homesdale stand, they had a massive sort of bit like what Dortmund do with a yellow wall. They had a big old sort of poster kind of thing that said Fortress Selhurst, and it was like obviously a castle and everything like that. And yeah, phenomenal game. And as I say, witnessing those 2 players crying their eyes out was hilarious.
We're just the best.
It was, yeah. But yeah, Steven Gerrard, he was a phenomenal player still, as I say. 1 Champions League, 2 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, 1 UEFA Cup, 1 UEFA Super Cup, 2 Community Shields, and 1 Player of the Year. And now
0 Premier League.
0 Premier Leagues, just to reiterate. But yeah, he's also now having a pretty decent managerial career with Rangers. They
Manager.
just won the Scottish Premier League. But as a football player, he's good, but he's not quite us.
He's a better. Well, actually, no, shut up, Alf. He's still got to go number 3.
I've got yeah. I'll be honest. My criteria wasn't consistent the whole way through the list. Putting it together, but off the eye
That's what
test,
we like.
I mean, Yaya Toure was on it when I've seen him on his day. Oh God, like it doesn't look like he should be able to do the things he do, and then he just like glide up the pitch, like kind of like Jesus floating on water with the ball, and then spank it in. Oh my God, like the things he could do, and then like how important he was to that City team. Like I saw games where they wouldn't be playing that well, and all of a sudden he'd just come on and dominate for 20 minutes, and then walk off like nothing happened.
Baller.
So yeah, that was
Free
more
kicks
about,
were outrageous.
yeah. Obviously he wasn't in the league for that long compared to some of the other people, but just the standard I saw coming out of him when he was on form, for me, warranted 3rd place.
He played in the Prem for what, 8 years, was it? Between 2010 to 2018 or something? Yaya Toure?
I don't know how much he was playing in 20. I feel like the last couple of years of Man City, he wasn't playing much, right?
Yeah, he was there. But I want to be
Yeah.
honest, he played in the Premier. He was at City between that time, but yeah, whether or not he actually played or not,
Yeah.
towards the latter end of it, I don't think he did.
Someone like that. I can't remember. Yeah, it was someone like that. I can't remember that was still at the team for a while after they. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, no, I don't know. But Yaya, lovely. Right, is that everyone's number 3?
Yeah.
I actually really rate that you put Yaya in the top 3. That's I like it a lot. So number 2, you guys have all said him.
I know.
David Silva.
Yeah.
David Silva, man. Yeah, one stat that I just love. It just made me laugh when I saw it. Is he made 380 tackles. 252 of them were fouls, right? But never got a red card.
Jesus.
I just think that's impressive, considering basically the majority of your tackles were fouls, and you played in centre midfield, and you never got red. Yeah, so 4 Premier League titles. He's the only player that I know that's that's been one of the best players in the world. Bald, short hair, and long hair. And for me, that means a lot.
I was going to comment on his bald
Great
hair
boy.
status.
That's a great point. I'd hope to bump him up a bit for that.
Him and David Beckham are just.
Yeah, hairstyles for me in football, I automatically assume that you're good if you've got, like, if you could ball out on different haircuts. For me, you're good. It means okay.
That's number 1 criteria of this list. Haircuts.
Foden needs
That's
to
why-
get rid of that box cut.
Yeah, that's why Pogba is not going to be on this list, because he can't ball out with different haircuts.
Well,
Yeah. So that's for me. The bald, the short hair, and the long hair, just all of that tied in together. What a player! Might be the best ever. Beckham's up there. Balotelli makes a claim because he did ball out with various haircuts. I've got to say, but yeah, David Silva second. I had to put him up there, man. I couldn't let it go. And the tackle thing, it just made me laugh, man. 252 of his 380 tackles were fouls. That's crazy.
That's a crazy stat.
I don't know if that'll be a complete switch over. It might tackles might just be successful tackles.
Oh, what? Like 380 successful tackles, 252 fouls.
Because
But H, don't ruin my point. Don't ruin my point.
A lot of fouls might not be
Class as tackles.
from a tackle. Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, I've got to put him down to he's going down to 6 now.
That's how many. It means it's double the amount of successful tackles he's made.
That's
from
true.
your stat.
That's true. But no red cards. I'll take it. And yeah. But baller. And yeah, I didn't think anyone would have him this high, so I thought, you know what, let's show David some love. But yeah, guys, number 2.
Who?
Anyone, just throw out a name.
Frank Lampard.
Nice.
I thought I had to go for it. I knew he was going to be within people's top 2. It's just a matter of which way around. Yeah, what to say about Brandon Vardy?
Well.
He was across his 3 teams that he played at in the Prem: West Ham, Chelsea, and that mystery season at City for a year. 611 appearances, 177 goals, and 118 appearances. 3 Premier Leagues. Yeah, sorry, I meant assist. Yeah, 3 Premier Leagues, 1 Champions League, 4 FA Cup, 2 League Cups, 1 Europa League, 2 Community Shields, and Player of the Year. And he's one of 3 players to have scored 100+ goals and assists in the league. He was.
I think he's the only midfielder in the top 15 Premier League goal scorers, and he's like 3rd or 4th.
He's like 5th or 4th or something.
He's the top goal scoring midfielder in the world in the Prem, isn't he?
He's the best goal scoring midfielder of all time.
Yeah.
Just gonna throw it out.
Not bad.
Yeah, he was. Him and John Terry were the 2 first names on that team sheet most weeks throughout their Chelsea careers, and you can understand why. Phenomenal player. He would just glide up and down the pitch, and he couldn't half hit a ball as well. Ridiculous. That goal he scored in the World Cup, that wasn't a goal, but it was.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, that one.
It still hurts me now. I can feel my chest hurting.
We had all the momentum.
Definitely. But yeah, obviously I'm sure you guys are all about to go for franking within the next for 1 or 2 anyway, so I won't say too much more.
Nice. Mark, number 2, mate.
Frankie.
Nice.
Again, just an outstanding player, really. There's not really much you could say he did terribly, because he was just all round consistent. I mean, just for the general stat of just the amount of goals he scored, his image as well, being an idol in that team, being there for so goddamn long, winning so goddamn much, just puts him up there for me.
Nice. Harry.
Yeah, Frankie as well.
Nice. Wow. Who have you guys got? Mate, I'm trying to think if you guys got someone that's number 1. That I've left really far on the list.
Mark's got Jared.
Definitely Gerrard, obviously.
I think you've got Frank, haven't you, Al?
I might as well go for my number. I'll just talk about Frank real quick and just get him out, because obviously you guys have said quite a bit. But yeah, no, Super Frank Lampard is my number 1. He is my favourite football player outside of Crystal Palace of all time. I've still got his England. I should have worn his England shirt. I've still got his England shirt from that World Cup, 2010 World Cup. Yeah, I just love him. And one thing that really put it, obviously, you're talking about the goals and the assists. One thing was, from 2003 to 2013, he had 10+ goals every season from midfield. That's outrageous. Like, one of them was obviously 22, I think, which is crazy to get 22 goals from midfield in one season. But most of them were around between 10 and 20. But yeah, I just have so many fond memories of watching Frank Lampard. Just so that running in from the edge of the box, or just from a bit up midfield to the edge of the box, and just he was so it was like you saw that ball coming and you're like, okay, it was fucking goal.
I remember, Lampard to Drogba was the highest goals assists. The most common link up.
Yeah.
The goal thing in Premier League history. I think Son and Kane might be pretty close.
Yeah, definitely. I would imagine that they are
pretty close, or they've just overtaken. I think I'm not 100% sure.
I might have heard that from them overtaking it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's a cool stat.
But no,
I imagine Son to Kane and Kane to Son are both up there now.
Definitely, they've got to be. But he's just a wicked player. I just think, for me, best goal scoring midfielder of all time. I'm gonna throw it out there. I think, he could walk into any team. When he was playing at his peak, he could be any fucking team, man. It would have been quite interesting to see what he'd done if he had taken that, because obviously Chelsea were winning and stuff. But if he had gone, he could have played he could have been a Galactico. Do you know what I mean? He could have been one part of the Barca squad that was so dominant during that time as well. He could have been part of Milan that was so good in the noughties.
Pirlo tried to get him to Milan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Could you imagine Pirlo and Lampard in that midfield together? That would be disgusting with like Vidal behind for Juventus or something like that. Mate,
That's why they both ended up going to New York City because they really wanted to play together.
that's it.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Frank Lampard, bro, it's just unbeatable for me. Unbeatable. But yeah, that's enough about me gushing over Frank Lampard. Harry, who's your number one, my friend? Your favourite midfielder, the best Premier League midfielder of all time, in your opinion?
Steve Sidwell. I said it. Steve Sidwell. No, it's Scholesy.
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 Fair.
Yeah, the man was a wizard. I say. That's the best I can summarise it.
Ah, look at.
He was a wizard.
I agree.
No, yeah, absolutely. And he came back like like Fergie had to get him back from retirement.
He
Yeah.
retired for a year and a half, came back, and then they beat City.
Yeah.
Like the next
Outrageous.
week.
That's just rude.
I've also got Scholes as my top man. He was. What annoys me about this is he was at one appearance off making 500 appearances.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's so irritating. Just for
Come off
my
the
own
bench, like, at the
aesthetic.
last minute.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, 499 appearances, 107 goals, 54 assists, 11 Premier Leagues,
That's
2
outrageous.
Champions League, 4 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, 1 FIFA Club World Cup, 1 Intercontinental Cup, and 5 Community Shields. That is a hell of a load of trophies for one club as well.
Yeah. Probably, it's like part of probably the best like academy year in English history ever. That Man United season where like all him, Bex, Mickey Butt, all them man came through.
Yeah. I've also got a quote here from Zinedine Zidane. My toughest opponent, Scholes of Manchester. He is a complete midfielder. Scholes is undoubtedly the greatest midfielder of his generation. There is no doubt for me that he's still in a class of his own. That coming from a player like Zidane that's praise.
We
That
didn't win
proper
anything.
praise. It's,
England didn't win fuck all with any of these good players, bro. And it's just
it's so bad
they just
how
play
we didn't win
4-3-3?
some of these players.
I know. You imagine
Oh,
4-3. Oh, it just hurts,
Or,
man.
or
It
just
hurts.
play Joe Cole on the left.
Oh, mate, absolutely. But yeah, if you had that, do you imagine that Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes midfield? Like, outrageous. With then Rio and John Terry
Cole
behind.
on the wings, but then like Rooney or Owen up top, whoever you fancy.
Yeah, or Rooney. Yeah, like, and then you got Ashley Cole, Gary Neville, and then Terry and Rio.
What year?
Yeah.
What year would that be? Like 2000 and
2006, I think. Was
Yeah,
Let's say
06
all
would
the
be the
players that we
best.
should have won.
Yeah.
Oh, to be fair, our 98 squad was pretty
Yeah,
good.
obviously Italia 90 as well. We should have. There's so many we should have won.
oh god, that did not take me where I wanted to be.
Tobago at the FIFA World Cup.
Rooney, Lampard, Joe Cole, Michael Carrick, Steven Gerrard, Ashley Cole, John Terry, Ladley King, Rio Ferdinand, Glenn Johnson.
That's definitely not how he played, right?
I was looking at it, I was like, it doesn't look
He
right.
played a 4-4-2.
Who got put
It's
on?
cool.
They put Scholes on the left.
Yeah, Scholes played left. That was stupid behaviour.
I think if anyone of the three would have done well on the wing, it probably would have been Lampard.
Paul
Yeah.
Robinson, bloody hell.
Paul Robinson, not a bad keeper either, man.
He's just one that came in
Oh,
and
look at that team.
again, I haven't heard from him since.
Look how outrageously good that team is.
Crazy.
Oh, it makes me so sad just looking at it.
Oh goodness. So
Um,
Owen Hargreaves as well.
Owen
Who's-
Hargreaves, yeah.
He went, yeah.
I can't see it properly.
Yeah, Owen Hargreaves at all went. He's a good player, Owen Hargreaves, to be fair.
You had Crouchy and 16-year-old Theo Walcott.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
always do that, don't we? Always take like a kid. Or it was like, yeah.
Have
Who will it be this year? It could be like Saka or Greenwood.
Well, yeah, there's people like Jude Bellingham that are on the
Oh, he has to go.
Players team. Well, I don't think he's actually going because he's of the quarantine and everything in Germany, playing for Dortmund and everything. I'm not sure if he's actually going to be part of the team, but he's been put in Southgate's list. So
He's got to go to the Euros.
How old is he? Like 17 or something?
17.
Yeah.
17. And he is playing very well in like not only the Bundesliga but the Champions League for Dortmund as well.
Yeah, and then obviously they've also got players like Sancho and Haaland as well. Sancho should be going to the Euros. Kind of surprised he's not been picked for this.
Injured, isn't it?
I was going to say, shall we get into Gareth Southgate's picks?
We can talk about it.
Has everyone said their number one?
I mean, do I need to say mine?
Oh well, we know it's going to be
Steven Gerrard. It's the car, guys. It's Steven Gerrard, okay?
Steven Gerrard shouldn't be top, but yeah.
Well, it says it on my sticky note, mate. So,
how the fuck Eric Dyer got into this team?
Oh no, it's crazy.
Right, let's have a look. Right, so
Honestly.
was it 20? Is it classed as 2021 England team?
Yeah.
It's the 21 World Cup qualifiers team.
Kieran Trippier.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Trippier's been playing well for
He's
Atletico.
banned. You got a betting ban.
When did his ban finish?
I don't know. I don't give a shit. He should not be going.
Well, I think Southgate obviously trusts him a lot from the World Cup. He was.
But he said he wasn't going to go on like.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't going to go. He said he was going to go on form and not popularity. So.
I do think Wan-Bissaka should be in ahead of it.
Yeah.
Sure, but...
Even like Matty Cash, who's been sick for Villa this year, should be fucking ahead of Trippier.
To be fair, the amount
Tariq
of
Lamptey, if he's fit.
the amount of players that England have potentially going at right back is unbelievable. Let me see if I can bring it up again.
Phil Foden, man. What a
So
player.
England's potential starting right backs at the Euros: Kyle Walker, Kieran Trippier, Trent, Reece James, Matty Cash, Luke Ayling, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's a fair list.
Bro, I think.
Players all going for one spot as well.
But you can interchange that. So I think if you're playing a team that you need to be more defensive, you could maybe put in a Wan-Bissaka. But if you're like playing a team that you can be more expressive and not have to defend as much, you put in a Trent. If Gareth Southgate is going to do that, then I'm all here for it. Like
They have to be the first team.
Yeah, and then Reece James. I know I've been saying it a little bit. I like Reece James moving into midfield, but I just don't think that's going to happen.
I'm not too bothered about these qualifiers because what we're playing San Marino, Albania, and Poland. Poland.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
Hard, but
Yeah.
San Marino it's San Marino. Not really much to say about them. Albania, I don't think they're a massive footballing nation, and then Poland probably it's the hardest game out of the three. But I don't think we've taken a full sort of squad, a full strength squad. But I don't think it's a
Eric Dyer.
Yeah, there's a couple of standouts that are
Outrageous.
are not great. Really.
I'm really confused by this article because I was just trying to find like just a list of confirmed, and it's
Oh mate, I've got it here. It's just on the
Yeah,
FA.
it's-
it says here goalkeeper Ruben Loftus-Cheek,
I'm just on the FA.com.
right back Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
That's what I'm looking at. FA.
Just go on
FA.
FA. England squad.
I want to hear this fake.
Yeah, you want to hear this? England 2020 squad: Grealish, Foden, and Mount featured alternative playmaker.
I've put the link in the chat.
Yeah, just click on that. I really don't know who you play.
I have no idea. Anyway, yeah, let me go on.
Nick Pope's got to be. I know we're going to touch. We might as well touch on this like briefly, I suppose. But Nick Pope should be. I know we're going to do our Euro England teams that we think should go and all that in a separate pod, which will come soon for sure.
Keep going. Keep going. There you go.
Okay, so we have Dean Henderson, Sam Johnston, Nick Pope. Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me send you this one. This one's kind of like it's got their photos and stuff. Hold on, have a look at this. Cool.
That is the one.
Fair play for picking
No,
Ben
no.
Chilwell, though. I don't think
Oh,
he would get picked after not after having been Tuchel's favourite recently.
Right, I'll go on Discord. Have a look. It's just because it's got
Yeah,
photos. It might be a bit better.
More visual.
Yeah, exactly.
Chilwell. Depends. They offer a lot of different stats.
Got
If
it.
you want someone who's going to bomb forward and
There you go.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
No picture for Sam Johnston.
Nah, it's
Shaw's
disrespect.
proven he can be a really useful defender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shaw's been the best left back this season. It's English left back for sure. For sure. Haha.
I think we've got two good options at left back. Oh, and Saka as well.
Yeah, I was just thinking Saka.
Does Saka play left back if we're playing 4 at the back, or only if we're playing 3? Because he hasn't played much left back at 4 at the back, has he?
Ideally, you won't be playing left back because he's a
I
forward.
wouldn't put him there on a four.
But I don't. Does he get in as a forward right now?
Well, he's on the.
No, I mean like
England list as a
starting.
forward.
Sorry, I mean like
Oh,
starting into the squad. Yeah, you have to take it. But I mean like because like Rashford. Like for me, that left combination's got to be Shaw Rashford, right? Like because they're linking up for Man United. Those links are going to be so important for when we go to the Euros.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. I don't know if I'd start Rashford though.
Fair. What impact off the bench?
Can I just point out?
Definitely take him. Like,
Oh yeah, you have to.
First people to come on, if not starting.
Is it me or does Maguire look fake in this picture?
He's definitely been photoshopped.
He just like was he not
There's
available?
no way that massive head fits on that tiny body.
The proportions are all out.
From Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Oh my god. So if we're just going to run through quickly, do you guys start Nick Pope in goal? If we're just going off these 3?
Yeah, I
Are
would.
we talking about Euros or these qualifiers?
Off these qualifiers, we're just going to go off this team. Like, who are you going to start out of this team here? I think Nick Pope.
I'll go Nick Pope.
Okay.
Followed
And
by
then-
Henderson.
So what do you want to play? 4th? How do you want to position? Like, I'm just trying to think the formation that we can quickly throw. Because he'll play 3 at the back. I'd rather him play 4 because I don't think we should have an extra defender when we've got this like amount of class attacking
4-3-3.
midfield options. So 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that. With like a DM holding midfielder and then 2 attacking ones, should we say? Or like 2 more creative midfielders?
Yeah.
Well,
Too creative.
we'll just go.
See what
whatever.
happens.
We'll work it out.
Goalkeeper
so
Nick Pope.
Right back. Obviously Trent's not here.
I'm gonna say Kyle Walker.
I think I'm gonna go with you there. Yeah,
I
think-
agree with that.
yeah. He's still one of the best.
Everyone else.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you there. Centre backs.
I think it's got to be Stones and Maguire.
Yeah.
I
As
don't
much
want
as I
Maguire,
don't want Maguire in there, it's got to be Stones and Maguire.
yeah, definitely.
Is he better in an England shirt, Maguire?
Oh, he's just terrible.
I mean,
He was the one
statistically,
that-
Regardless of the shirt.
I mean, actually, statistically, this season he's actually been pretty good. But just eye test, there's been
against Leicester
so
the other
many horrific stuff. But Luke, yeah,
I think
okay, so
the price tag comes a lot into people's think.
Yeah.
definitely, and rightfully so. Like he needs to be held. Like I know he doesn't need to be held to get. Like Man United need to be held accountable to that. Not him. It shouldn't personally be a thing on him. I don't think, but
Yeah.
United need to. But okay, so we'll
I
go.
don't think he's the right choice for their captain.
Nah.
Way too-
No, definitely not. All right, so Stones and Maguire. I think it's got to be in it. Yeah. Left back. We were saying Luke Shaw, right?
Yeah, he'd have a blinding season.
Feel well, but I'm gonna have to go edge with Shaw at the moment.
That feels
If
weird
we're-
saying Luke
if
Shaw.
We're
back.
playing Walker right back. I think I'd probably play Chilwell left back, and then have the D mid being able to drop if one of them does get forward, like a Declan Rice is coming down
Okay.
to filling in.
Okay, so
I've
we
been playing
got
a lot of Football Manager the last couple of days. So
nice. So we got one vote for Chilwell. I'm gonna vote for Shaw still.
I'm with
Yeah.
Shaw.
just that.
Sure.
Don't hate that.
I'm
sort
sure.
of thing.
Democracy. We'll do a democracy vote if we've got different opinions. So we'll go for Shaw, but I like Chilwell definitely. So that DM for me is Rice.
Oh yeah,
He's been fucking
one of the
phenomenal.
easiest picks in the
Okay.
whole squad.
Yeah, in it, literally. Like, scroll up a bit, mate.
I was gonna say,
There you
I was
go.
like, well, I'm trying to find him.
There you go. In the middle, on the right.
Yeah,
right.
got him.
There you go. Cool. Declan. Yeah, it's easy, man. He's been so good for West Ham this year. Him and Soucek are unreal. So if he can bring that and bring some stability, I think. Yeah.
It's been a while since Shaw and Lingard have been in the team. They're wearing different kits to the rest of them.
Yeah, yeah, so we're all agreeing. So the two centre mids, for me, it's Mount and Foden. But I just
Yeah.
want to get your opinions. Out of this squad here, obviously if Grealish was in, it would be Grealish and one of them two.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, Foden and Mount for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's so many people in this
I'll definitely
But
team.
even then for me, I think I still play. I don't start.
There's
him.
like you think about Maddison and Grealish, those two probably would start for me over Foden and Mount. But yeah, they're injured, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I think looking at it, I'm
gonna
gonna.
centre mids who are just gonna like throw themselves about, boundless energy.
See, I think that will be Jude Bellingham, but
Yeah.
just not yet. I think if we have a future midfield of like Rice, Bellingham, and then a Grealish or a Mount or a Foden, whichever one of them comes, or a Maddison, whichever one of them really gets going, I think that could be a really good midfield for the future.
Ideally, I would want to play Phil Foden, but I need someone who's going to do a lot of the legwork while he can get the ball and have time to create.
Yeah. No, I think definitely. I think that's what Rice can do. I think he's gonna bring.
Oh, Calvin Phillips. That's what.
Oh, what, you put Calvin Phillips in there?
Calvin Phillips and Phil Foden.
Fair. I like that. That's an outside shot. So we've got Phil Foden definitely for one side, we'll say. We've got Rice and Foden, and then it's for this other midfield position. We've got a bit of a debate here.
yeah.
What about Ward Price? Or does Ward Price get a shout from anyone?
Ward Prowse?
Ward Prowse, sorry, Price.
The Price is right. It's a tough
like
pick
him.
in mid.
I like him as an option, but he doesn't start for me.
No.
He'll be good for like an impact sort of sub, but I don't think he's going to start.
If we have a free kick and it's late in the game, we have to sub him on. Like, it's just a no-brainer. He has to be that guy that comes on and bangs a free kick. But I'm leaning more towards Mount for that other spot, just out of the players available.
So am I.
Yeah.
Right. I like Calvin Phillips' idea though. He's good.
Yeah.
He does shore up that midfield more than Mount does if we're going to play Foden there, for sure.
I think for me, Foden are relatively too similar. They could work together for all I know. I'm not a manager, but I'd want people who offered that.
Yeah, definitely. It's so hard, isn't it? But all right, so we'll stick with Mount just because it's democracy rules at the moment. But so front three, we'll take the striker because I think that's pretty obvious. It's Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously Calvert-Lewin I think will play a big part in the Euros. I think he definitely will.
Yeah, he's got to be the number 2 striker.
But I'm still gutted Bamford's not in this bloody list. It's outrageous that Bamford's
Yeah.
not. It's so stupid.
Some of the goals he's been scoring this season have been phenomenal.
And he creates.
I just don't think it'd be as good if he was on a different.
Yeah. I mean, but he's with better. Yeah, that's a fair point. Well, I guess we'll have to see, won't we? I mean, he hasn't been that good on other teams as of yet. So your point's definitely.
I think the league system just suits him pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, he is a creator. So like, if you want to get the most like for like swap, if you're taking Harry Kane out, Bamford is probably your man, in terms of what they do. But obviously he's nowhere near as good as Kane. But
No.
yeah, we'll start Kane. We'll go left. For me, like I was saying with the link-up thing, if we're having short, we've got to have Rashford just for me. I mean, who are you guys going to put in for the left? Your
Saka.
nominee. Saka, okay.
Bias.
Fair enough. No, fair enough. We've got to rep Saka a bit. I think he will be starting for the future. I would imagine he'll be our starting left wing if he's going to keep going on the trajectory he's on. But yeah, right now I'll go Rashford over him. But
Sterling can play either side, can't he?
I was thinking Sterling on the right.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think
that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Sancho's injured. I think I'd agree with that. Rashford on the left, Sterling on the right.
Yeah, I like that.
It's not a terrible front three when you put it on paper.
Ah, it's sick,
Not at
man.
all.
Well, the whole team isn't bad if you put it on paper, but there's a couple of names which are like standout names that let sort of the rest of the side down. For me, anyway.
It's only the back line that really. It's only,
That's what mainly where I'm looking. I'm looking at Harry Maguire. If I'm being completely honest, but
Yeah.
there isn't really anyone else that we can put in that position that's got that experience, that's got the confidence that sort of Maguire does. It's frustrating, really.
Definitely.
So do you think we're gonna have to play all out? I'd say all out attacking football, but mostly attacking
We have
creative.
to.
Yeah.
We have to.
We can't sit back and chance the
Cannot. Look at the talent we have in these squads, man. The ability to go forward is maybe the best ability we've ever had with these guys. Like, we can't be a team that sits back and tries to, like, we have to go fully out and try and play attacking style football. For me, I think the front three we have here is my front three for the Euros. Is Rashford, Kane, Sterling. I think Sterling and Sancho is a toss-up, but I think just Sterling's experience from like the previous World Cups and Euros, I think and being at Man City, I think that's just too key to not having.
He's still at that top level, so you need to treat him like he's still that top level player.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
got his eyes closed in that picture, or is he just squinting a lot?
Who?
Lingard.
No, he's just. We haven't even spoken about Lingard.
He's just cool, isn't he?
Oh yeah, now I've made it bigger. You can see his eyes are open, but
he does it. The thing is, like, it's just for this qualifiers. Like, I appreciate Lingard's had a good season, but he does not make the Euro squad for me.
He just hasn't really done a lot. Like, fair enough, he joined West Ham and had a massive impact.
I think when you get back players in position, you got Grealish and Madison to them.
Yeah, that's what I was literally
saying.
So
this England team, it's good, but if you think about if some of our players weren't injured as well, it gets a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
The three main players that come to mind are Sancho, Grealish, and Madison. Those are just the first three off the top of my head.
I don't know how you guys feel about this. The only problem I have with Madison is that he can only play number 10.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else, Foden, Mount, and Grealish, can move about. And it just, I don't know, maybe he can play other positions, but we haven't seen it ever.
His other position would be like just a central midfielder.
Yeah, and I don't know how much I like him to do that. I don't know how much I like him as a central midfielder. Rather, I wouldn't want to rely on him for defensive stuff. Because I haven't seen him do it much.
You'd have Rice behind him.
Yeah, it's just. I love James Maddison as well. It just pains me to see he's like the least flexible one out of all of the young talents we have coming through. In terms of like going forward, I mean, he could drop back a bit, I suppose, like you were saying, age. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man.
Madison and Grealish are quite good friends as well.
Yeah.
If
Grealish's name isn't like second or whatever, like Grealish has to be starting every fucking game, man. I swear.
Well, is it because we're not really playing? We're not really playing a. It's an important match, but they're not challenging like the squads we're against.
No, but I think you have to give, he's not picked this team just because they're gone. Okay, well, it's not going to be.
No, Grealish is injured, so that's why he's not there.
Yeah, but again, they're not going to. It's hard to explain.
You've got to try out players as well.
Yeah, you need to make sure that the team that you do take to the Euros, they have that chemistry, they have the experience of playing together. It's not just the handful of training sessions that they probably have before they go or whatever. That they need to play together, or they need to get that chemistry. As I say, if they just take a load of people that have got no chance of actually getting into the Euros, to these World Cup qualifiers, then it's not going to benefit us in the Euros at all. It's
these are definitely people where the potential of being in the Euros.
Yeah, definitely.
That worries me that he's picked Dyer. Because there are fit centre-backs that have been better than Dyer this season that have not gone. Two come to mind, Konsa and Keane. Yeah, I don't know, it's just a bit...
This is Michael Keane, by the way, Mark. It's not Keane the band or
not Roy Keane.
Sorry, mate. Yeah,
Michael.
Thanks for clearing that up, OG. Yeah, it's just a bit peak that he's got a certain allegiances to players that don't necessarily deserve it. Well, based on their last England form, maybe I'm looking at Trippier, but on their, I don't know, just with the position Trippier, I just think there's other players that should have been called in front of him. Like Wan-Bissaka's the screaming one that he didn't get. That Trippier went over Wan-Bissaka. That's a bit mad. Like, I don't know. He just brings something different that no one else at right back brings. Like, he's so solid.
Taking Trippier over Reece.
Yeah, I can get that. If you're going to take
Wan-Bissaka,
yeah. Because ideally, Wan-Bissaka and Trent are the only two you need. If you need a defensive one, you put Wan-Bissaka in. If you've got more, like we were saying, if you've got more time to express yourself and be attacking and creative, then you go Trent. But Trent's ball, Trent's passing.
You can play Kyle Walker.
Yeah, exactly. And then, obviously, if he plays a 3 at the back with 2 or like 5 at the back, let's say, I like Walker for that third centre back spot to bring pace to cover for the others. And then you can play Trent all free. You can play Trent so freely in that right wing back spot if you have like a Declan Rice and a Kyle Walker to make up for him if needs be. Like you could just have Trent pinging balls all left, right, and centre. That'd be quite interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Gareth, don't fuck this up, mate. Seriously.
I'm excited though. I'm generally excited for the Euros to come around. Hopefully we'll go.
You're going to see a different Alfie. I'm going to try and be positive throughout the whole build up to the Euros and everything.
God.
I know.
This one we lose against Hungary, Albania, and Poland.
I'm going to try and be as positive. If there's some outrageous stuff that I just like, some egregious decisions, then I will have to say so. But like, I'm going to try and be positive for the most part. Gareth, I'm going to support you, buddy. Let's go.
I hope it brings back that sort of that confidence we had in the England team in the last World Cup. You know, everyone was just it's coming home. And there was the sort of atmosphere around England at that time was crazy. Everyone actually believed that it might actually happen, and I think that was probably one of the best summers that we've had in a long time. I think hopefully they can do the same with the Euros if it's going to be. So you coming out of lockdown, everyone's going to be well up for it and stuff like that. Hopefully it's going to bring a sort of a layer of positivity around it as well. So I'm trying to be confident. I'm not normally confident when it comes to England or Arsenal really, but yeah, fingers crossed it's going to be a good tournament.
An international trophy, man. Just one would be, even if like the Euros, man. Oh, it'd be great, wouldn't it? Like.
Yeah, well, we've only got the one to our name as it stands.
Yeah.
We should try and do because it's going to be on like BBC Sport and stuff, won't it? I say BBC Sport. It would just be on BBC, so hopefully we could have it. We could have it. Just stream us, just watching it together. That'd be quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you were to do that, we would. They'd need to have like a separate screen to watch it on their side. We wouldn't be able to actually stream.
I don't know if we're allowed to do that, but I know there is quite a lot of people who watch football. So
yeah,
provide their commentary on it.
There would be us four, and then they would have a separate laptop or computer or television with the actual game on, because we wouldn't actually be able to show
it. Nah.
Yeah, we don't have the rights to do it. Even though if it is on terrestrial TV, we still don't have the rights for it.
That'd be easier for people.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier, but
I mean, it will be on terrestrial.
Yeah, we just need to, as I say, just start at the same.
I do say that, boys. I do plan to be in a pub for a lot of these games, though. I just
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
if
yeah.
if I'm on Discord from a pub, like, don't blame me, okay?
Yeah.
I expect you.
Watch along is on my phone, just like, all right, here we go.
A watch along. We're actually in the stands, just with my phone. Trying to do it. I can't see. Well.
Love it. Right. Well, on that note, we're done. Thank you very much, boys, for joining in. It was a
Yeah. Carry on.
Super Frank Lampard is the best Premier League footballer of all time. Who'd have thunk it?
I ain't mad about that.
But yeah, no,
one thing that we can agree on though is that it's not Gerrard.
All right, thanks for coming, guys. We'll be around next week.
Alright. Thanks for everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I remembered about all this good stuff now. Spotify, Apple Music / podcasts, YouTube,
The whole shebang,
Video,
really. Now Twitch,
Everywhere.
Daily
We're
Motion.
nearly caught up on Spotify and Apple Podcasts now.
Yeah.
How many episodes are we off now, Mark?
well, not including this one. We're only like 4 or 5.
Nice. We'll get them on there soon. They'll be up there.
There was a nice chunky upload last night.
There was.
Are we on
So, yeah.
Pornhub?
Yeah, we are on Pornhub.
We are on Pornhub.
There's an explicit version.
OnlyFans.
Rightly so.
We're on OnlyFans. We just do this but naked.
Yeah. Onlyfootballfans.com.
Close to Watershed. But yeah, no, thanks everyone, and make sure to follow us on all the socials at Footy Fetish and all that good stuff. Mark will put it in the description, and bang bang, put 2 there. Thanks everyone.
Bye. Have a time.
Mo Farah.